Okay, this is my Windsor High School stuppy aquaponics problem solving video number 2, continuous problems with the media bed. So, from the first video, I talked about how water coming in from the fish tank. If water is coming in from the fish tank at, so the water should be coming into the fish tank at the same rate as the water is flowing from the pump into the float bed. So into the float bed, the flow rate of this water should be equal to the flow rate of this water. If that is the case, then your problem is likely in the media bed, if you've got problems with the water level in the media bed. So, first problem is if the water level gets above about this line. If the water level gets above that line, that means that there is a clog in the pipes. Now, this is going to be very time sensitive. So what you need to do is you need to shut off this valve so that no more water is coming in. That prevents you from overflowing. Overflowing is not fun. If the water level is above that line, shut this off. I would say, start worrying and when it's to the top of the pipe. If the entire pipe is covered, worried, and shut it off. Shut down the valve and probably unplug the pipe or unplug the pump until you can get it to work again. So that's the first problem. The reason that it was clogged the first time was we had plant roots get in here. So I reached into there through the media guard, and I just reached in and I pulled out all the roots that had swam up underneath here. Plant roots will be sucked into this area. So, a good maintenance tip is to rotate the media guard so that you cut the roots every once in a while. That way you'd never get roots that are long enough to cause blocking problems. The roots should have no problem coming straight out if they're small enough, and they shouldn't really be too big an issue. Now, if your problem is that the bed will not fill, then we've got a problem of a leaking pipe. So, as long as we make sure that this rate is equal to the rate of the pump in, that's where our problem is going to be. So, the water level of the pipe is going to be, or the water level is going to tell you where your issue is. If you're more than about an inch above the bottom of the tank, then you've got a cracked pipe or one of these joints has busted. Probably this one or this one. So, the other option would be is if it's less than about an inch, then we've got a sealing issue down here, or we have a crack. So, the way to solve that is you have to shut off this valve again, unplug the pump, and you have to unscrew this. This will be difficult. So you have to unscrew this, and then you can fix whatever the plumbing issue is. Whether this needs some Teflon because the seal has been worn out over the years, or if you've got a crack in the pipe, either fixing the pipe, replacing the pipe, whatever you need to do. So you have to actually remove this. One more thing, if you are overflowing, you can also check down here for clogs, and you will know. So, yeah, if it's overflowing, check here for clogs first. If not, it's going to be a problem in this area. It's probably easier to check this part first. This part is going to be a pain because it is surrounded by rocks to remove. So check this area for clogs first. Okay? And then along with this part right here, if you have a crack down here or a bad seal and your water level is not increasing, the water level coming into the media bed would be equal to the water level going into the sump tank. So watch this and compare it to this, and if they're about the same, that's another way that you can tell that you have an issue. Because this should never be very slow for more than 10 seconds.